Don't ever hold back from telling your story and actually going out and pursuing your dreams. Sometimes we wait for permission. We wish someone would sort of pick us out of a crowd and call us out. But I think it's your turn to start really doing your dreams and living your purpose. That's what I want to talk about today is, what is purpose? What do we really mean when we talk about that word purpose? Well, I started studying this concept probably when I was in my mid to late 20s. I was in a season of my life where I was doing a job that I enjoyed okay, but there were those days, maybe you relate to this, where I just wake up on a Monday morning and I think, why am I doing this? Is this really what I'm passionate about? Is this really the job that I'm meant to do? So I started diving into this concept of purpose. I wanted more fulfillment. How could I have that deeper level of satisfaction day by day, whether times were really good and fruitful or whether I was in a low period in my career? Those were the questions I was asking. So purpose, the whole concept of purpose, started really becoming my answer. As I dove into the concept of purpose, here's what I discovered. There are three words that we typically use when we're sort of talking about these topics in life. The first is the word purpose, and I'm going to define that for you in just a minute. But the more popular topic that we often refer to is a concept that I call mission. And mission actually is different than purpose. Mission answers the question, what? What am I supposed to do in life? What am I going to do with my life? But purpose is the bigger question. Purpose answers the question, why? Why am I doing any of these things? And I believe every human heart longs to answer that question, why? I believe answering that question, why, is the real key to lasting fulfillment. Whether times were good or not, whether I had a boss that really celebrated me or not at work, I could have that deeper meaning and sense of fulfillment. And it really came from knowing my purpose. So now how do we go about answering that question? Well, in the first chapter of my book, which is called Climbing the Ladder in Stilettos, I talk a lot about this concept of purpose, and I actually provide a few exercises that I run my people through when I do workshops. And here's basically what it is. It's looking at those activities that bring you the most joy and fulfillment. And they're verbs, they're action words that you look at first. So for me, I found that I loved and was most satisfied, and still am, when I'm inspiring and motivating people. I started recognizing that there were activities in my work that had more of an inspiring, motivating bent to those activities. So what did I do? Started volunteering for more of those. I started asking if I could be involved in these certain business development sessions that we were doing at my job at the time. Nothing changed at face value with my job, but I changed. I got more passionate and more fulfilled. Why? Because that component of my job lined up beautifully with my life purpose. When any person, male or female, young or old, gets in tune with their life purpose, they answer the question why. They write a purpose statement. So what was great about that for my career was, now if a raise was long in coming, it didn't really matter because I started working my way around the company where I was working, choosing those people and projects that lined up with my purpose statement. Here's another great thing about purpose. When you know your purpose, you can start boldly helping other people find their purpose as well. So knowing our life purpose is very important. Then we can actually choose our missions better, more wisely. The last concept I talk a lot about is the concept of values. Values actually answer the question, how? Now that I know why I'm here and what I'm going to do, how do I want to go do that? What are those values that matter to me? Very important when you're looking for a new job, even considering who you're going to marry in life. You want to marry someone whose purpose is complementary to yours, whose missions are very on point with yours, and more importantly, they share the values that are important to you. What do you do if you don't feel like maybe you're on purpose? Maybe you have regrets or you've made mistakes. It's never too late to start living on purpose. In fact, I like to talk about life as a journey, not where we take wrong turns, but where sometimes we simply take detours. So don't live in the regret, but do get in tune with your purpose. Get that compass tuned in right and start aiming at what's really important to your heart. I promise you, when you become a purpose-driven person, you're going to love your life more and more and more with each passing year.